If you're gearing up to launch a product at your company or a new feature as a part of your core product, it's really important to nail your marketing strategy when you launch that product. All right, so in this video, I'm going to explain the best principles for product launches and how to roll them out properly and how to communicate with your current customers and your future customers the right way. So this is really important because you need to nail market penetration, as a lot of companies refer to it. So that market penetration is just a term for entering a specific market with a specific feature. And basically the reason you're rolling out that product is to target that specific market. If you've done your product market fit research beforehand or even some tests, it's really good to actually do a product marketing rollout that targets that specific industry or that specific sub industry in order to make a difference in revenue for that area that you're kind of diving into. Another great thing about releasing a new product or releasing a new feature as a part of your core product is customer retention. Customers like to be around products and services that are ever changing and evolving and adapting to the new technology and the new landscape. So if you're consistently using outdated tech or just not updating what you actually have, you're kind of missing out on customer retention. This maximizes your lifetime value over time. The more stuff you can roll out that's relevant to your customers, the better you're gonna do in business. And lastly, you're just gonna gain that competitive advantage by releasing new products consistently or releasing core features of new products, and that'll give you the sustainable growth that you need to power through difficult times. Okay, so lastly, let's actually dive into how to successfully build a product marketing strategy or a product marketing launch. So first, you need to identify your target market. A lot of times people build products without actually knowing who they're going to sell to. Just because your customer is one person doesn't mean that that new feature, that new product will attract the same type of industry or the same type of person. Right? So if you're rolling something out, don't build the product before you know the market, right? But if you've already built the product and now it's your job to basically figure out how to market that to other people, well, you're going to have to take a step back or even 2 or 3 steps back to figure out who's actually going to buy that, who's the decision maker for that feature or for that specific sub product that you're rolling out into a new market. Second, you need to set clear objectives for this product marketing campaign or this product marketing launch. So first up, you have a product that you need to roll out and it's supposed to increase revenue. But is that the core component of what you're trying to get out of that product? It might not be. You may be rolling out a feature of a core product or a new product just for the sake of satisfying existing customers. In that case, it might increase revenue over time, but you should create different objectives or goals for that launch based on what your initiatives are. So if you just want to retain current clients with that new product, or if you want to chase down a new market, or maybe when you're launching a new product, you're not worried about sales, you just need to basically enter that new market, make yourself established, and worry about sales later. Next, you of course need to develop a unique value proposition. And although it's easy to do this on a product level, every marketer knows how to talk about, features and basically how cool the product is. But this should not be your unique value proposition. Usually marketers and salespeople even themselves get it wrong when they're trying to market and they're trying to talk about the product rather than leaning much more on the benefits and leaning much more on the use cases of what that product can do for another business or do for someone else. So when you're building your unique value proposition for this new product launch, you need to think about what the use cases are, not what the product is. Next, once you're rolling things out, you need to pick a channel and you need to basically track the data on that channel. So let's say you're rolling it out to current customers first. The best place to do that is probably an email list of 2,000, 3,000 current customers. Right? So if you roll that out, you can get data and track it. And before you roll it out to the public, you actually have some feedback from that data on what the conversion rate was on the landing pages that you built, what was the close rate on the sales calls for adding that new feature into their current contract or adding that new product into their current contract, right? So you need to track that data and then make some adaptations depending on the results before you roll it out to the public. And then the fifth piece that you need to nail for a really good product launch is actually scale it. A lot of times I've seen it over and over again where people drop products or they drop features of core products and then they just forget about them after a while. That's kind of a huge problem, just because why did you spend so much time building up that product only to make it take a back burner to whatever else you're building next? You should really think about your product launches as an iterative process where you're consistently getting feedback from the market, making them better, enhancing them, building the marketing around them more. It's not a one and done type of thing. You need to really think about how you can balance taking feedback and then changing your marketing and rolling things out to a larger audience and continuing to push it over and over every single week until you get more customers or more expansion into your current accounts with that new product. Product marketing and product growth doesn't just happen overnight. It's definitely an iterative process, like I mentioned. So if you are going to do this big product launch, don't think it's going to just be a week or a 2-week process. It's going to be a longer process. And coming in with that mindset will help you make better decisions as you move forward.